Celestial Astrology, unlocking the secrets of the celestial heavens and learning how we can weave its mystical gems and star-studded guidance so we can have the most epic life ever. Ready to take the cosmic plunge with me? Okay, beloveds, ready, set, go. Hello, sacred beloveds. This is Ari Gaines, Jaguar Woman, and I'm here at the beautiful sanctuary of Sacred Earth Guardians at Podunk Pond in South Windsor, Connecticut. And I'm just wishing you all just a most peaceful return of this energy of the sun as we have entered into this new moon in Leo and this Mercury retrograde going direct all at once. And so I just wanted to say, just being present with all this energy is just really understanding that there has been some really intense energies this last month of this oceanic waters of things coming and ebbing and flowing in our lives, and this aspect of so many of my clients and students and tribe going through some of this aspect of turbulences. As I actually share this, I actually am finding that right now there's actually some lawnmowers going in the background in the distance, and it's very symbolic of that energy, of that movement, right? And this clearing away. And so I just wanted to say that it's totally natural that there may have been fears arising, that there may have been places of doubt, of grief, of emotions, of overwhelming coming up all in this last month. And so there might have been this aspect of us feeling that isolation, that contraction inwards, that going inwards, and maybe arising as if there is an aspect of grief around isolation and feeling disconnected from our tribe, or feeling like maybe we wouldn't be understand because we're feeling all these emotional waters. But just know that that's been happening for so much of us, because this aspect is for us to really dive into those places of the emotions, which of course this Cancer eclipse season has been navigating us to really connect back into our emotions in a society that really doesn't honor our emotions and doesn't validate our emotional inner realms, and also the medicine that comes from the waters within ourselves. And so this energy of this, collective, North Node and Cancer, even though the eclipse season has ended, we're still going to be feeling that the next several months, of the Cancer North Node energy of us really being called to come in our heads, and especially with this Mercury retrograde, which of course Mercury rules the mind and communication. And so to be in the sign of Cancer, it's like, oh wait, I wanted to go into my mind and I wanted to have all these things linear and rational, and it's bringing me down into the Cancer, into the heart, into the intuition, into the feminine. So just know that whatever you've been going through, you are not alone. You are exactly where you need to be, and these things that have been going through your life and going on inwardly has been necessary for your own process of transformation and evolution, just as it has been for our collective. And so, I like to offer the invitation of how we can reframe our navigation in the way that we see things, like the words isolation and disconnection. And maybe that disconnection from the world, that isolation from the world, was necessary for us to get really deeply in touch with ourselves. And sometimes those emotions that can feel like just so intense and so heavy, there's been a lot of judgment around our culture, around our emotions, and seeing them as bad. And so because of that, we have been conditioned as a culture to judge ourselves and others for feeling these emotions and getting swept up in these emotions, and possibly even we may end up expressing those emotions intensely to other people and harm other people, or maybe other people say things to us and we take it so personally, when really we're all going through a collective commonality of these themes, you see. And so it's really about dropping back into the heart. And as we have been navigating this aspect of the Cancer energies and this energy of this eclipse season, we may have been seeing these shifts happening in our relationships, in our careers, seeing this aspect of energy of catalyst being initiated through this eclipse of things that do not align anymore. And so, eclipses, they really hit home deeply to us because of the luminaries of grandmother moon, who is Cancer, and grandfather's sun, which is that energy of Leo. And so there's these energies of the sun and the moon playing their parts. And so with all of that, it's really coming back to highlighting our emotional waters and finding ourselves back to the sun, this energy of the sun. You know, that got the sun in Leo. We have the new moon in Leo, which is the initiation of this Leo energy. And we have Venus in Leo as well. After a wild retrograde in Cancer, there has been perhaps some stormy seas. There perhaps has been aspects of us feeling like there are storms coming through and rain and things needing to clear away, and this very deep release of these eclipses, you know, and that's needed. You know, we in our culture sometimes have this fear around death and decay and things letting go and things falling apart, but those old worlds have to shatter for us to be able to have something new to emerge. And so all this has been preparing us for this moment of the new moon in Leo, to say, after we come out of those washers, those washing of the waters, and we come across a new shore, you know, we get really clear in alignment with our minds and with our hearts, and go, you know, I really need to navigate a new way, and letting go of what we thought that life needed to be. And this aspect of the square to Uranus can show us that there may be these moments where it can seem as if there has been other people or situations keeping us away from our power, you know. And so there could be situations of people falling out of our lives, relationships, transformations and changes shifting in our careers, and we can sometimes get fixated that it's the other person, but in truth, it's really about bringing us back home to ourselves. And so if there are relationships or different aspects of your life that are falling away, that are washing away, you know, just being aware to just explore what would be possible about releasing and letting that go, and seeing what medicine and what wisdom and what lessons that this person, the situations may have brought you, you know, especially coming back into your heart and who you truly are, as well as back into your emotions. And this transit can bring out situations of that aspect of Leo that can be really beautiful and full of vibrancy and leadership and coming from the heart, but it also can be caught up in the egotistical expression of Leo about selfish gain, knocking out the competition and trying to be that alpha, you know, person who's above everybody else. But really and truly, the energies of Uranus are really going to shake things up for us to get really clear on the places where we are not in alignment with our heart and our authentic truth and our leadership, and helping us to look into those shadows in ourselves and really navigate coming back into our power, and realize that whatever situations are happening, you know, whether we are creating it or it's happening to us, that it is teaching us. And so to take really the mind of looking outwards into the world and blaming others and situations, and then that comes into a place of being a victim, and then really shifting that to really us taking back our power and taking accountability that this is a gift for us to claim our power, for us to get right relationship with our power and our voice and our leadership, you know. And it doesn't have to be that you're a teacher or healer, but just as a person showing up in the world. And so just be aware that, again, that these forces might come in like lightning, but they are here to help you define your resiliency and to be able to step boldly into your authentic Leo self, even when others are challenging you. So just really just connect back into that place of your loyal heart. We have been releasing a lot of Capricorn energy, the south node of the moon, as well as Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So just being aware that there's a lot of emotions going on here, and navigating and realizing so much of getting so clear with our heart, getting so clear with our emotions, and really realizing like what has been alignment in our life and what has not been in alignment with our life. And so to have this Leo energy of this new moon to come to us, it's really inviting us to come back to our heart song, to come back to our authentic truth, rather than being trudged in the lives of trying to prove ourselves and working ourselves to the bone, you know, getting back to our emotional heart, getting back and clear with the intuition that's guiding us, you know. just getting into that place of our intuition and really bringing that back in home to our hearts. There will be this aspect of the Mars yod with Neptune and South Node and Capricorn, and so we'll really be guided to root into our bold Leo heart and call on that courageous aspect of the Leo, of the lion, to really be in this embodiment of who we truly are. Life is calling us to explore new adventures with this Jupiter and Sagittarius. So really take this time to shake off this mud from this last month. Really connect to nourishing your inner child, play, connecting to the sun, finding ways to really get grounded into our body, be it yoga, meditation, time in nature, movement, and nourishing foods. Take time to remove yourself from the worldly situations and find ways to go really back into yourself. The only way that we can take advantage is by us willing to let go of the past that does not align. So as much as there's so much that's ending right now, it is really this aspect of that the only way that we can make room for the new is to let go of the old. And I think it's perfect time because we are moving into that energy of Lammas, the first harvest season, harvest celebration of the Celtic traditions. And so there's going to be this aspect of just, you know, taking your harvest, you know, like imagine the wheat and the harvest, and you're sifting through the wheat, the gold, the shaft, you know, removing and letting go, releasing, and then saving some of those seeds that maybe didn't come to fruition this year and letting those be seeds that you can plant next year. So really and truly, just remember to nourish and tend ourselves. Remember to connect into the energy of Sun and Venus in Leo, calling us to remember to connect our inner child through our relationships, through our expression of fullness, getting out into the sun to soak up the sun and the last bits of summer with those that we love, and also time with ourselves in nature. I'm just wishing you all so much love in your journeys that you are going and navigating through. Of course, as always, I am here for you in any ways I can support you. So if you are interested and feeling called to have a shamanic healing session, a one-on-one breathwork session, herbal support, or to attend one of my ceremonies, my cacao ceremonies, breathwork circles, Shakti Rising, or any of our other gatherings, just feel free to reach out to me. And I just send you so much love. If this video spoke to you and you felt you received medicine, I do encourage you to share it with others. This isn't for myself, this is for the collective, for us to really uplift and elevate one another in tribe. I love you all so much, from my heart to yours, with so much love, Jaguar Woman and the Sacred Earth Guardians, as we unify tribe, liberate humanity, and truly restore Eden, heaven on earth. I love you all. Mwah. See you.
Thanks for watching my video. So if you want to check out my playlists, I have, among others, the Simon Necronomicon, the Tree of Life, General Magic, Tulpamancy, a playlist on my books, the elements, stones, the theories that govern magic, and the gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.